3 years ago, Moondrop did something absolutely amazing, and we had to talk about it. Welcome back to the thrift shop. Appreciate you spending a couple minutes, listen to my voice, and we're going to talk about some good stuff. The Moondrop Variations. Yes, it's been reviewed a lot. It came out in June of 2021, and I'm not just like you guys. I watch videos to see if there are things out there that I might like, dislike. I don't know. I do it. But I still see the variations out there. People are still talking about it, comparing it to something else. And here it is. Moondrop Variation. Let me move my light around. You get a better view. Don't let that face fool you. This is a monster, and we're going to talk about some of the size. So, these are provided me by APOS. I reached out to them and said, hey, I want the variations. And believe it or not, I had to wait because people are still reviewing this IEM. It's $520. It's not like it's a budget $40, $50 IEM or even $100 IEM. It's $520. And it's still valid today, and we're going to talk about it. So why? Why is it still valid? Well, Moondrop decided to target exactly the Harman curve. I'll try to pop up a frequency response. It will not be mine. I don't do squiggly lines. I'll just pop it up there and we can talk about it, because you're going to get deep thunderous bass. You're going to get very little mid bass, and the vocals are going to pop out just a tad thin, and you're not going to get a whole lot of treble energy, but enough. And Harman is quote unquote, what most people think sounds good, right? That's why they tested people and came up with this theory and did a frequency response. So it's just a theory, right? But Moondrop hit it, and people have been trying to mimic them. Most recently, Truthier Nova here has a nearly identical frequency response, but I don't think it's as good as the variations at all. And I do like this. I think for $150, no brainer buy, but it is not like the variations at $520. And it's just not about dollar signs. There are some differences. Oh, I forgot the most important thing. We're going to talk quickly about the product, and we're going to talk about the packaging. I think this was pre-Moondrop getting very crazy about their packaging. Certainly, it's great packaging, but it's not like some of their, even the Katos, you get some really cool stuff. Your IEMs are in here. You can see these have been used quite a bit. So, yeah. So there's, I don't know what's even all in there. I'm sure there's some more stuff in here. It's not even sure. Anyways, when I get review products, I typically try not to mess that much with the packaging. Even if there's stuff in there, I try to leave it alone. So not to destroy it, because I don't own it. And you do get some nice stuff here, and you do get a nice case. But I mean, I think the point is, with Moondrop now, you're getting very good products. You do have different adapters, 4.4, 2.5 balanced, and you do get, where did I put them? You do get actually some really nice ear tips that do come with this. And this is vitally important, because if you notice, the size of the flange on here is massive, and we're going to talk about that. So I was trying to use other tips that I've been trying to use lately, and I didn't have a tip that fit this IEM. So that is going to be a caution for some people, that you have to pay attention to if these IEMs will fit the ear canal. That's next what we're going to kind of talk about. So couldn't forget about the packaging. That's important. It's important to me. Let's talk about the cable. You're getting a really nice kind of copper 2-wire here. The braid's nice, it feels good, it's smooth, it lays pretty flat. I think if Moondrop were probably doing this cable today, even though they're still selling this, I don't know if they're still manufacturing it, but I think they would jump up to, rather than plastic parts, this actually has a rubber coating on it. This adapter I'm just using. I think they would probably go to metal parts here. And the same thing being said here. I think $520, getting a little plastic end here, somewhat cheap. And maybe they think, well, people are just going to upgrade their cable, and that may be the case. But I just think for $520, those who are buying it would want a better cable. And although there's nothing wrong with this cable, it just comes down to preference. Now, this is going to be the key thing for people, right? Faceplate, just like the Blessing 2, Blessing 3, you're getting a small faceplate. I would put this at small, the medium small size of an IEM. Appearances different. Look how wide that thing gets right after that. And then the insertion depth and the nozzle size here. It may not come up on video that great, but I have small ear canals, and especially when I have deep insertion, I like to use small. And even with the small, there's not enough room around the barrel here to use really a small. It just really doesn't work. So if you have small ear canals, kind of like me, it's going to be a problem. I don't have a problem listening to these long term, even with the medium tips on, but it's worth pointing out that don't let that faceplate deceive you. These are quite large. So yeah, we got to talk about sound. That's why we're here. I'm going to show you straight off that for me, using the Bifrost 264 and the i5 Pro, I can. It generally was not a sound signature that I liked. It just, there was nothing wrong with it. I do like rock, metal, heavy metal, and I was not getting, while I was getting the deep, visceral bass, I was not getting that kind of euphoric snare drum hits. It just was too far back in the mix to get me kind of hyped. And that's one thing I always listen to, the first thing. And that was a bit of a problem I had with the Blessing 3. It was a great IEM, but it was just far enough back that it just didn't make me feel like I wanted to listen to my music. So I would have to change my music that I listen to enjoy these. Now, I also have the Topping DX5 Lite here, sent to me by a post. And, it was a better fit. I think that the Shit Bifrost and i5, with their own kind of tuning, just didn't fit. It was maybe a little bit too warm, lush, and I wasn't getting the details that I wanted. So adding the Topping in the mix kind of increased the treble and really gave me more of the upper end that I wanted. I was still missing some of that mid bass area that I really, really enjoy. The mids just weren't there for me, but I fell in love with the DX5 Lite. So again, this product is going to be hit or miss depending on what you're listening to. And I didn't care if I was listening to rock, heavy metal, but I really prefer with these IEMs to really be listening to acoustic. I was listening to Nirvana's Unplugged. I was listening to Chris Cornell Songbook, or even his Seasons single. Anything that was acoustic was unreal. And after getting these as a review unit, I am going to try to find a pair of these to have, because I do love acoustic music. And I don't think I've had something that sounds this good, this real. The layering and separation is literally unreal. for me and my ears, and again with the topping. So, all I can say is this is a buy at $520. There are things, and the reason that this is still valid 3 years later is that what this can do, and I don't care what genre you listen to, the vocals for me come off perfect. I know some people think it's thin. I just think it sounds great, especially with Chris Cornell's kind of raspy voice. God, it's just amazing. The timbre is so great and perfect that, yeah, it's smooth. It's not peaky. I have to say that this is probably the best IEM I've heard. I'm not into megabuck, kilobuck kind of IEMs, so take that for what it is. But certainly this is one of the best IEMs, the best IEM that I've heard, and I am going to go buy my set, probably used. I'll see if Apos can even sell me these, because these are certainly well used. Maybe they want to bring out a fresh batch for new reviews. Who knows? All I know is I'm going to go buy one, and I'm going to put a link down below to Apos where you can go buy these. It costs you nothing. Just go buy it. All right. Please like, subscribe. Don't be a sandbagger and watch people's free videos and not subscribe. Appreciate it. Thanks. Peace. And we'll see you later.